Okay, even though the show was off for a few days for the 4th of July, a lot of activity on the David Pakman Show subreddit, where nearly 7,000 of our viewers and listeners are now engaging in political discussion and waging the battle of ideas respectfully. A few interesting threads that I noticed this morning at davidpakman.com/Reddit. Damage control, Ron Paul claims staffer posted racist tweet. Yeah, I actually saw this during the break. There was an insane picture and meme posted by the official Ron Paul account that included like caricatured black people and Jews. And it was just insane. And then Ron Paul came out after the fact and said, I don't manage my own social media, and someone else did it. And it was deleted. I actually do believe Ron Paul. I just don't believe Ron Paul is on social media. I genuinely don't think he's posting his own stuff.
Well, I was thinking maybe the staffer also works for Ted Cruz and is the person who liked that porn video a few months back.
There seems to be a trend of staffers just doing horribly embarrassing things on social media. But I actually don't think Ron Paul is sitting there tweeting. I really do believe him.
He's like
in this
82
case.
years old.
Is he in his 80s?
Yeah.
I thought he was still in his 70s. Yeah. Ron Paul's not tweeting. I believe this. Okay, also from the subreddit, repeal and replace ICE, a better slogan than abolish ICE to win upcoming elections. Yeah, I actually said last week when I told you about the win of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I don't think abolish ICE is a winning platform for a couple different reasons. Number one, right now we're dealing with the 2018 midterms. Trump is still going to be president, and ICE is not going to be abolished between 2018 and 2020. And I think that it runs the risk of alienating voters because it sounds extreme. Even if we agree that, do we really need ICE? Is this really a government agency that we need? I think that there are other policies that you can make more central to your platform that will bring in more people than abolish ICE. And I actually don't think it's good political strategy to run on abolishing ICE. You don't have to agree with me. That's where I am. And I think reform ICE or repeal and replace ICE is a better strategy.
I mean, it isn't like it's a radical proposal, right? Because ICE only goes back to the Bush administration, post 9/11. But if it's not a winning strategy, why even employ it at all?
And I'm not even saying don't run on it for 2020 when the circumstances are different. I just don't think that Democrats need it for 2018, and I think it may prove counterproductive in some places. Also from the David Pakman Show subreddit, an article pointing out that Rachel Dolezal, also known as Kechi Diallo, this is the woman who I guess is not black but claimed to be black a couple years ago. Remember this crazy controversy? She was booked and released on welfare fraud and a number of other charges. And listen, I thought from the very beginning that this was not a great advocate for issues of racial equality and non-discrimination, whatever her intentions were in identifying as a black person. From the get-go, Pat, I just said, I don't even think we need to care about Rachel Dolezal. I just think we can move forward fighting for the issues we believe are important without adjudicating her place within that. It was weird when she claimed to be black, but wasn't. And the entire thing was weird to me. And quite frankly, I'm just not surprised to find out that she's been booked on welfare fraud.
Some would call it, transracialism, transrace.
Yes.
Maybe a problem we have to address as a society, or something we have to look into at some point.
Maybe at some point, but I think we should do it without including Rachel Dolezal in the broader conversation about racial non-discrimination in the United States. And I am mostly glad that she's dropped out of the limelight. And lastly, from the David Pakman Show subreddit, Donald Trump considered invading Venezuela, according to reports. One of the most disturbing and cartoonish revelations of the July 4th break. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later in the program, but coming to the attention of many on the David Pakman Show subreddit. I invite you to subscribe for free to the David Pakman Show subreddit. I check it out. About daily. Are you on there roughly daily as well?
I'm there every day. I love seeing the posts about myself, but I'm also a very self-centered person.
Pat's there basically for reasons of vanity and self-aggrandizement, which is fine because that's actually why a lot of people are on the subreddit, but there's also a lot of people on the subreddit merely to engage in a polite and respectful political discussion. Find it at davidpakman.com/REDDIT.